September 5th, just before 4 p.m. at the Four Seasons Hotel in Philadelphia. That's my brother Craig. He may look a little anxious, but this is what we go through with every interview. That's our mom. She's a little nervous because, well, she doesn't usually go to these things.
Very nervous.
And that's me, Matt Clizbe, co-founder of ClizbeStory.com.
What a pleasure to meet you. Hugs then.
ClizbeStory.com has given us the opportunity to interview many celebrities. I guess they like how we tell their stories. But the one story we have not told is our own. ClizbeStory.com is our website focused on covering and interviewing some of the best in popular music. But the untold real part of the story is that of my brother Craig and I, on our journey to overcome obstacles and get the most out of our already interesting lives. Things were interesting right from the start. David, Craig, and I were born October 18th, 1983. That's right, all at once, we're triplets. Together, the three of us weighed a whopping 9 pounds. Not bad, considering we weren't due to pop till Christmas.
It's been an interesting experience. Just first finding out you're going to have triplets is very bizarre, and it was just naturally caused, so we didn't expect anything like that.
I don't know what it's like not to be a triplet, so I feel it's the same as what everyone else experiences, but for some reason I doubt that's exactly the same.
Well, that's why we need the folks at home to call. There were 3 special young men that you know from Children's Specialized Hospital. Tell us about them.
Yes, the little Clizbe folks. They had different degrees of severity of cerebral palsy. The youngest, the one is very minimally involved to non-involved, so he needs no specialized treatment. But the other 2 required fairly extensive reworking of their muscles in their bodies, being moved to different places to provide function that they didn't otherwise have.
Finding out near their first birthday that Craig and Matt had cerebral palsy was pretty much a big blow. We ended up finding a doctor up in North Jersey that did several surgeries on them, one which they were in the hospital for 5 months in a children's rehab. When they first went into the hospital, they could barely drag themselves around with a walker. And when they went through the major surgery and 5 months of rehab, they came out on crutches. So it was a sacrifice, but well worth it.
No matter how hard it got, she always worked hard to make sure we had a great life.
It's hard to see beyond these walls of who you hope and hope not to be socially.
When they started high school, the guidance counselor was pushing for them to do high school in 5 years, and they just wouldn't hear of it. They wanted to be as normal as possible. They were going to get through in 4 years. That's the way they pushed themselves.
We overcame those challenges when we entered into our high school's radio station, WMHS-FM.
Here is NSYNC and their R&B ballad written by Justin Timberlake and Wade J. Robson. Here's Gone on the Top 8 Countdown, kicking it off at number 8 on the Boss 88.1 WMHS. Check it out, y'all.
We were fans of music, but we also were studying broadcasting at the age of 15 at the high school radio station. What eventually became the seed for Clizbeats was when we worked at the first educational radio station to simulate a commercial radio station's format, which basically meant we were a staple in the community's presence.
And they excelled beyond other students. They received a radio award at their high school when they graduated.
That's kind of shaped them into kind of who they are. They've found other outlets. When some people chose sports, they chose broadcasting, things that were great outlets for them in high school.
We regularly interned at different radio stations, but we never got that all-important first job. Finally, I said enough's enough.
When I was interning at Q102 here in Philadelphia, while Matt was not interning, he was just like, I will create this website and we'll just see what happens.
Friends from college volunteered their time to help us change our DJ company into a website.
The web is giving us a really good advantage. Let's learn how to build those websites at Temple University and utilize that to break into the industry, and that's exactly what we did.
Not long after interviewing local Philadelphia artists, we were given the opportunity to meet rising star Robin Thicke.
We met him one day at an album release party years ago, and we called him R&B's best kept secret at that time in 2005, 2006, because it was like people knew about him, but it was like you're gonna discover something with this guy. Hey man, how you doing?
Good.
How's everything going?
Everything's good. We're working on the new album. Almost done.
How's that coming?
It's coming real good.
Last time we talked, you were giving us some previews about Swiss Beats working with you.
Did a record with Swiss. Working with Danger. Working with Polo.
Oh, nice.
And always working with my partner that I made the other 3 albums with, Pro J.
Is there anybody new that you're like, I want to try this person now?
Oh, well, I really like Drake, obviously. I think Drake's crazy talented. He seems very natural, he can rap and sing, and the words seem to flow out of him very naturally. I think he's the most talented newcomer on the scene.
You come a long way, man, and we've been there for every step of the way.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
What's your memory of the first time we met?
I don't remember if it was the first time, but I remember when I promised you guys tickets, and you guys were stuck out back, and it was freezing cold.
The Electric Factory.
Electric Factory, yeah, in Philly. And I remember you guys were out back, and I was freezing, and I was late, and I was trying to rush in.
The first interview we did, remember we talked about Jordan Knight on the phone? We got you over like 60,000 hits on the internet. Can you kind of talk about like how we kind of stand out after interviewing with so many people?
Well, you guys did one of my first interviews, you know what I mean? And you've been at every single one of my performances, and so I just think that when people support you, it's the right thing to do is support them back,
You were the lead story for our website for the longest time, because our website wasn't actually supposed to be a website. It was just something we threw up as a college project. And because of you, Carrie Hilson actually noticed us grassroots style and got at us on MySpace and said, if Robin Thicke did it with you, come on.
Preparation met opportunity when we were introduced to executives at Bad Boy Entertainment.
I want to thank you for your support. Look out for Danny Kane.
You ended up having the opportunity to really write a lot this time. What was that process like for you?
We were so excited. We've been writing, obviously, long before this.
Making the band.
Yo, what up with Day 26 on ClizbeStory.com, baby.
Donnie. What's up, everybody? This is Donnie Clang. Young Jock.
Hey, what up, man? Show me Young Jock, man. Make sure you keep your little schlock right here to Clizbe Beats, homie.
And this is the start of something big. Thank y'all very much.
Yeah, obviously, right now you can't maximize your business or your potential as a business person if you don't use the internet. And I've always been kind of the artist. I never wanted to Twitter or MySpace or check up on those things. And now I'm starting to realize that it's just laziness if you don't, if you're trying to put out your music and you don't engage the internet to give your music the very best chance to be heard.
It wasn't long until the rest of the industry caught on.
I would tell you all to keep doing your thing, and I'd probably give y'all a few years, and the only laughing would be probably y'all laughing to the bank. Tell them to take a picture.
Did it yourselves. Nobody can take that away from you.
Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Slug from Atmosphere.
And all of the incredible publications have all been very warm to us and was very gracious, like yourself, doing an interview. This is Pharrell from NERD. Yo, what's up? This is Max. And I'm DA. We're Chester French. And right now you're hanging out on ClizbeStory.com.
What up, y'all? It's your boy Kobe O'Donis.
What's going on? This is Asher Roth. Hey, everybody. This is John McLaughlin.
What's up, guys? This is Justin Bieber. Hey, this is Jesse James, and you're listening to ClizBeats.com.
Hey, what's up? This is Kevin Rudolph.
What up, people? This is Jay Sean, and you are locked into ClizBeats.com. Keep it right here.
I'd like someone to give them a chance to see the potential they have. If anybody gave them that opportunity, they would just give it their all.
Considering the limited resources that they've worked with, it's pretty fantastic to see what Clizbeats has become.
It's amazing to see how what it turned into from what it started as. It's just being a DJ company and then talking to the people that make the records that people dance to and have fun with. Craig and I feel like Clizbeats is going to be able to be a great tool to sort of represent as a media presence for the disabled community, because if you look on radio or TV in general, how many people with any kind of disability do you really see unless it's an actor pretending that they are?
I feel like God, He put you guys here to show everybody, that just because you might have, this slight disability, this does not mean that you can't. Because you guys are perfect examples of you can.
In the end, it's not about disabilities, it's about what do you do with what God has given you. And whatever that situation is and wherever you're at, you can be rich and perfectly physically healthy and still do nothing with your life and not take care of your friends and not be good to your family. You know what I mean? But it all comes down to what do you do with what God has given you, and are you thankful for that? And you guys are just good people who are trying to make a living and who love music and who love the music I love. So I think that's a natural why we're all in this musical community together, in this internet community, and we're all trying to help each other stay alive,
What a way to wrap it up, man.
Right here, Robin Thicke, Clizbeats, you know how we do.
They told me no, but I won't give up. I work around the clock and